Hi, this is Alex Wiederin. This is my exhibition. I'm doing this for Buero New York. And please come with me, I'll show you around. These here are like posters we made. They're all kind of like typography posters which were made especially for this exhibition. Each one is like one of a kind, so they're not going to be any additions, it's just one per piece. Each one is designed, each typeface is designed especially from Buero New York. It was made for different magazines. This, for example, is a very interesting one because it's, the typeface is called Moon, and I Love Baker, Gordo, Albert and Ham is pretty much, those are the first four animals which were actually shot into space. And here you can see all the star signs. And this was for a project I did, which was also called Moon. That's why the typeface is called Moon as well. So each one of those posters has its kind of like own history, its kind of like own magazine, what it was designed or created for. Except this one over there, which is also obviously created from Buero New York, but it's a saying of Martin Kippenberger, who was a dear friend of mine, and yeah, it's a little bit also dedicated to him. So yeah, this is my exhibition is called Alles Liebe, which means with love, freely translated, and it is about working, or actually it is about what I'm trying to do to put a lot of love into my work. This here is my kind of like favorite piece, because it's actually, the idea was to make an alphabet soup. So we cut all my alphabets I ever designed and had them cut. It was like 2,300 different letters and numbers, and we just all threw them in here. And we had this amazing plate made, which I'm really, really happy with the way it turned out. So yeah, that's my soup, alphabet soup. And on the wall there's a saying, like a quote actually of Terry Richardson, who's a dear friend and I work a lot with. And my nickname is Schatzi, and that's what he called me. When I work with Schatzi, I usually end up not recognizing my own pictures, but I love what he does to them. So if you come with me here, you see again on the left, Futura. I obviously never designed a Futura. This is the only typeface where it's actually an homage, where I just pretty much created a serif Futura. So it's a regular Futura and I just created the serifs to it. So this is the only one which is just an alternated typeface. Every other typeface here is really designed from scratch. Like this one here, which is called Mitra, because Mitra was the designer I did it with. And it's for Vogue Hommes International. And on the walls, you pretty much see a little, like, I would say, excerpt of like all the magazines I did the last 7 or 8 years. It's totally mixed up. There is no cover on here because I didn't want to make it like so people understand right away from which magazine it's from. It is really much more about the design and the design language which I want to bring across. So yeah, and it's 400 and something tear sheets, which obviously doesn't assemble anything, like not at all what I really did, but it shows a little bit like the fun I had, and that's actually also which brings me back to the name of the exhibition. It's Alles Liebe, which is called With Love, and that's what this is hopefully all about. Like there's in each page a lot of love and a lot of effort and a lot of work. The magazines I designed the last 7 years, it's another magazine which I co-founded with Jefferson Hack. It's Italian Glamour, it's Italian Elle, it's Vogue Hommes International, it's Big Magazine, it's Tempo, it's the magazine I mentioned before, Moon, and it's 10 magazine, 10 men and 10 women. So that's pretty much all the different magazines which are assembled here together. And there's obviously a lot of different artists, photographers I collaborated with, and this is also a thank you to all of them because they made it all happen. Because somehow my position or the work I do is kind of like very complicated because I'm most of the time just a shadow behind the photographer because I'm obviously helping them or like working with them together and trying to create images and then magazines out of them. Here you can also see what we did is we made a limited edition of 10 pieces of a magazine, which is, again, assembles all the different pages you can see here on the wall, or actually even a couple more. And it is always just, most of the time, just one page out of a spread, so it becomes this whole like different magazine. It's a magazine out of like 20 different magazines. This here is a typeface which I designed for another magazine, and today it was really funny when I put up the poster. Heiko, the guy who just went through the frame, showed me a blog where like people are trying to find out where the typeface comes from, and they're trying to like rebuild it out of different typefaces, and unfortunately it's just hand-drawn, so it's all different, it's all original. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, the reasoning why I actually did this exhibition is a very funny one. On one hand, on the other hand is probably like just a very personal one. I just became a daddy, and somehow if that happens to you, you start thinking about, hey, what did I do so far? And you just like wanna kind of like, I guess, show what you did so far. And I had to like review all of my stuff, and a friend came along and like called me and said, hey, there's this gallery in Berlin, they want to do a show, are you interested to do it? And I was like, sure, it's perfect timing, because I think it was time to like see what I've done. So pretty much this is dedicated to Yves Wiederin, which is my little son, 5 months old. And please have fun, and I hope you like it as much as I do, and I hope you have fun and you love it. Bye-bye.